Hey, it's Gabe from Crooked Generation, and you're watching Bryan Mirando's Free For All podcast, alright? Some good stuff, quality stuff on here, you hear me? Good, check it out.
I'm ready, I'm rolling. I'm ready, I'm rolling, I'm rolling. I'm ready and I'm rolling. I'm ready and I'm rolling. I'm ready, I'm rolling. I'm ready, I'm rolling, I'm rolling. I'm ready and I'm rolling. I'm ready and I'm rolling. I'm ready, I'm rolling.
How you doing, everybody? I'm Bryan Mirando. This is the Free For All podcast, and today I got the beautiful and talented Kat from Red Rose in the studio today. Kat, thanks for being here.
Thank you for being here and giving it time. How you been? How's everything? What's the questions that you have for me for Red Rose?
First off, what is Red Rose? How did this get started, and what made you want to do this?
So, a little background of Red Rose. When I was 19, I actually did my own fashion show for my sister's school as a fundraising, and I love coordinating shows and like seeing the people's faces and reactions, and also seeing like the models and talents growing. I actually enjoy teaching them and showing them the steps to it, so I kind of was going with that flow and enjoyed it from then. And then actually I was a modeling and acting teacher for many, many years, and basically I love the whole teaching process of it. So what Red Rose is basically a company that's teaching models the whole business aspect of it, and also the whole how to get money from it, and not letting it to be free anymore, because it seems like we get so many volunteer models, and it's like it should be a privilege to have these models and also work with these models getting paid. So I'm trying to break the chains of that. So that's what a little bit about Red Rose.
Now, you talk about modeling. What kind of modeling experience do you have? Have you ever done any modeling?
So I actually have did a couple of modeling from catalogs. I forgot I did do some New York catalogs. Also, I actually did this competition called IMTA, and that was the most craziest experience ever. The fact that I had not only 100 judges on a table, but all the parents, all the family who came and support. So you're looking at a big auditorium full of people, but luckily like it's black, so you couldn't really see a lot of people. But the fact that you had like this big camera in your face, and then you have these big screens, I kid you not, it can be like 50 feet long, and it was like side to side, and like having to do a commercial in front of these people, I was like, oh my God, I was so nervous. But like I did competitions before. I did when I was younger at 5, I did pageants for Buffalo. Miss Buffalo actually won second place there. So it's like I always was into the fashion. I was always into the fashion industry. My mom did fashion shows back in the days too. She worked for Sebastian's hair product. I don't know if you guys know about it, but it's a hair product company. So, you know, I've always just been into the fashion world.
I'm just curious about this. How does somebody become an actual model? I mean, I've watched television shows and stuff that's usually some girl at a mall and some creepy guy comes up to him and hands him a card and said you could be a model, and then they just go to the guys wherever the hell they sent him to and they just become a model. Is that really true, or what? How do somebody really become a model?
So that's honestly, that is actually believably really true. Like actually my sister, she was about 6 years old. We went to the IMTA competition, and my sister was walking with me in the hallway. And kid you not, some guy did come up to me and asked, like, oh, is she your daughter? I was like, no, she's my sister, but we can go get my mom. He basically loved the ethic that she was, you know, hair color, skin, just everything, because she can do different ratios. So if you look like, if you have different images as a model and multi-talented, they like those into models. It's not all about just pretty faces and everything. Like, you can go far, but after a while, they use you, toss you to and go with the next model. But that does happen. Now, how frequently? Not so frequently, but I have seen it with my sister, and she's worked at modeling from 6 to like 8 years old, and she's done a lot of work from like Target to Toys R Us, Claire's. Like, she's actually done a lot of work on modeling, so she was actually one of the lucky ones that have happened. So I've definitely seen it before.
I'm just curious what the fuck kind of A&R people these are and look at little kids. Should we be looking into this? I mean, really? Should the FBI investigating this?
Honestly, like, if you think about it, it's not as bad. Like, if an AR came to me and said, did I want to become a model? I probably would have said, yes, let me sign your contract, without knowing all the wisdom that I do know now. Like, me, Red Rose, is teaching these models the wisdom, the techniques, the business aspects, the interview aspects, and also modeling and acting, because modeling and acting comes together when it comes to modeling. So that's a little bit more about Red Rose. You know, I'm going to be starting classes in June, so I'm excited for that. I actually have over 20 people to go in these classes, so I'm really, really excited to see how this goes. And, you know, if they're really serious about being a model, they will come to the classes and see what it is to be a model.
Now, what do they got to do to take these classes?
Basically sign up. I'm actually getting my website together so that people can start signing up for classes. But they really don't need no experience. If you never had experience, if you like first time, like, oh, I always wanted to become a model, but I'm scared to, or I don't know how to, or can you teach me? I have all the skills that I can teach you to become a model. Now, it's up to you to keep pushing forward with it. Like, I'm giving you all the tips. I'm giving you all the aspect. I can even give you some connections, but it's up to you to take it how far you want to go. And that's how you can break the real models from the Instagram models and fake models, the hobby models. I call them hobby models. But nothing wrong with hobby models. Nothing against y'all. I love you guys. You know, I love the effort. But it's just when it comes to career stuff like that, like, I'm an actual model. So it's like when people like kind of, oh, I don't got time for this, or, oh, you know, it's not really that serious. It's like, well, to me it is. You know, modeling, to me, it is serious, because not only that it is a career, it is a tough and hard career. It's not something like anybody can do. So it just makes me kind of fragile when it's like people just, oh, I can model, and just don't know nothing about it.
So it really is a lot of hard work. It's not just like they show in the movies some girl that shows up there on a set for 15 minutes, puts on a swimsuit or whatever, and just stands there and just click, 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 boom, here's $100,000 and see you next week.
No, I mean, if modeling was really that easy, everybody would be model. You know, it's not easy at all. When it comes to competitive, when it comes to confident, if you're not too tall, if you're not too short, too fat, too thin, like, modeling world is actually very harsh. It's just as harsh as the music industry, honestly. And people don't really realize it. They're like, oh, I'm such a pretty face. I can be a model. It's like, but do you have the background? Do you have the strength? Do you have the toughness to become a model? Because once you get into that world, it would either make you or break you. So you would have to have that tough skin into this whole modeling industry.
Now, being a music show, you are a big fan of music, Kat. What kind of music do you listen to? What got you into music?
So, I love music. I have to say, I don't know what the genre is, but it's more like a positive vibe, and you can kind of tell they're either faithful believers, but like John Bellion, Ryan Carrero, West Period, they've just been my newest boys, like, that I love, that's actually upcoming artists, you know. John Bellion did a couple of songs. I don't know if you know the song Rihanna, Monster, Friends with a Monster. Well, yeah, he actually wrote that song. So he started as a songwriter and heard his songs and just fell in love. And then, like, he's an amazing artist. And, like, he actually got pointers that he likes Hey Arnold, because I love Hey Arnold. So when he had a Hey Arnold hat, Hey Arnold t-shirt, I was like, yes, John Bellion, you are my boy. That's pretty dope. And, like, one thing that really got me more into the music industry, too, is, like, my boys Twin. They are actually an R&B, hip-hop. They're actually very mixed, diverse. Like, they can go from R&B to hip-hop to rap to cypher. Like, they're just so diverse, and it's amazing. And I actually got more into the music side and more industry side with them, you know, going and working with them, actually being their manager for a year. Got me more into acknowledgement of music industry. I was really not so much in the industry. I was just more into the fashion world. But once I became management, I learned a lot more into the music industry. And, like, my brody Joselito with the influence, he actually knows so much history new coming artists is and everything. Like, he's like a dictionary when it comes to artists and everything. So, you know, there definitely a lot of influence into why I know music. And like I said, I used to always love music. Listen to music. Who can't? Music is an emotional thing. So it's like that brings the emotion into this world. You know what I mean? It can be either bad or good, but it brings the emotions out in this world. So who doesn't like music?
Have you seen the show before?
Yes.
Then you know that every week I have an artist pick a song of their choice. What song did you pick to play for us this week?
So the song, my pick is actually from West Period, one of my newest artists that I love. It's called I Know Why.
So here's West Period with I Know Why here on Bryan Mirando's Free For All podcast.
I'm a widow, she a freak. We pop sins on the weekend. She a warehouse diva, and I came up out the cement. She change her hair every week. They don't understand the reason. She don't give a fuck, not even. They don't understand the reason. But I know why, 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 I know why she change her hair every week. I'm a widow, she a freak. They ain't never gonna understand the reason. But I know why, 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 I know why she change her hair every week. I'm a widow, she a freak. They ain't never gonna understand the reason. I'm a California creep. She hit splits like ballerina. She got more tattoos than me. We smoke marijuana reefer. She change her hair every week. They don't understand the reason. She don't give a fuck, not even. They don't understand the reason. But I know why, 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 I know why she change her hair every week. I'm a widow, she a freak. They ain't never gonna understand the reason. But I know why, 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 I know why she change her hair every week. I'm a widow, she a freak. They ain't never gonna understand the reason. They don't know the reason. They don't know the reason for it. They don't know the reason. They don't know nothing. But I know why, 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 I know why she change her hair every week. I'm a widow, she a freak. They ain't never gonna understand the reason. But I know why, 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 I know why she change her hair every week. I'm a widow, she a freak. They ain't never gonna understand the reason.
That was West Period with I Know Why. I'm Bryan Mirando here with Kat from Red Rose. I'm Bryan Mirando's Free For All podcast. Now, Kat, talk about starting a business. What made you want to get into business?
So, I actually at 19 opened my own boutique with my mom, and we ran it for 4 years. And I personally missed being my own boss. And like after owning my own store for 4 years and then kind of losing it just to do, like, we had family troubles and like my mom had to take care of a couple of things, and you know, it was like sacrifice where it's like, okay, I gotta take role now of being a full-time mom and trying to get a full-time job to pay. Like, it was just a lot, so we had to lose it. And me working for, you know, not saying I'm unappreciated, love the jobs that, you know, I got, and I, you know, I don't want to feel unappreciated, but I've always wanted to be my own boss, and like to have to report to somebody my days off, or I need this off, or to have like no freedom on what you're scheduling kind of motivated me to be what I want to do and be my own boss. So having like freedom and having to talk to somebody, really have somebody like, if I'm going to like sweat and kill myself for a job or for anything, it's going to be for my own business. So that's why I was like, you know what, I'm going to keep pushing forward with Red Rose, because at the end of everything, I want that to be my income. I don't want to keep working for people. So done working with people.
I'm sorry to cut you off there, but there is a new segment that I've started on the show called Plug of the Week. Now, this week's Plug of the Week is a site called Rockabilia. Now, Rockabilia is the place to get all your rock and roll needs, your rock and roll t-shirts, posters, hats, toys, belt buckles. Everything is on Rockabilia. The link will be in the description below, so check out Rockabilia. It's amazing. Now, Kat, it is a tradition on the show to put you in the hot seat and do a little Q&A. Do you mind being in the hot seat and doing a little Q&A?
Bring it on.
All right, first question. What advice would you give to someone who inspires to become a model?
One thing I definitely would advise them is have tough skin, because it can be a challenge. So be wise and have tough skin.
Question 2, being a model. What is the average diet for a model, or for yourself in particular?
See, that's the thing a lot of people touch about is diet and anorexic and health and all that stuff. Personally, I don't have a diet. I'm how I am. I eat whatever I want. I don't starve myself. And I don't see why models should do it, but just because how the industry is so messed up, they do. But that's the difference between Red Rose and other industries. Like, I'm teaching them how to be healthy. I'm not going to teach them what the average of weight and all that stuff. Like, we don't really have an average in Red Rose.
Now, this next question is usually a question I know a lot of models get. What is the scene like in the modeling industry? I'm guessing drug-wise. Is there a lot of drugs going on in the modeling? Because, I mean, that's the really stereotypical, party scene. Like, models, musicians, artists, they're all in that type of category where they're big drug users. Is it really like that? Or is that just what Hollywood tries to portray it as?
Touchy subject. Personally, that's not going to be my role. That's not going to be in my gender. So if the industry does that, maybe. If they do it, that's on them. But on Red Rose and on this end, that's not going to happen.
Have you ever witnessed something like that, though, or seen that going on?
Not in my eyes. I've never, I've been in the industry, but I've never witnessed that. And I think that's more when you get into deeper into the industry that you start realizing that. But like I said, Red Rose isn't going to be no parts of that and discomfort. So
next question. Where do you see yourself in 10 years?
In 10 years, I hope to actually open an entertainment school for kids. So that, if kids want to become models, musicians, anything, they can come to this school and learn everything that they need to learn. So hopefully Red Rose builds up with the new, with our new group, the next collections. I'm going to be working with a couple other people. So I'm excited for this whole project to do. And we'll see where, in 10 years.
Now, earlier in the show, you were talking about your boy's Twin. Now, Twin is going to be the feature artist of the day. Now, can you give us a little background on Twin, if you don't mind?
Ooh, let me see. Twin, basically a little bit about Twin is there's one that's just very sarcastic, outgoing. He's just very funny in an asshole way, but he's a cool asshole that you'll meet. Then there's one that's just buck wild and free and just doesn't know how to sit his butt down. And then one that's just that mysterious, like, who is he? You just be wondering. You be looking in the corner like, yo, who is he? But one of the boys is my brother, so I've known him since a toddler. The two other boys, I've known them since high school. So, like, for me to really give background, it's just they love music. They all came together and, like, met in a room and just started freestyling. They actually started freestyling from instrumentals on YouTube and just went in the room, just freestyle constantly. Every single day, we're just constantly freestyling. And then they just started to push it forward where they wanted to be more serious about it and did studio sessions. And, now they're working their way up to doing music videos and stuff. And, like, one thing about Twin is that they're so optimistic that they'll keep going for what they really believe for, and, like, the meaning of Twin actually behind it is take what I need. So every letter in Twin means something. And, they all got their little names and stuff like that. So shout out to Presso, Nabisco, Jay, and Divine. So you'll hear them soon. The song Waiting, I get feedbacks about the song all the time. Is actually the most liked on their SoundCloud account. So I hope you guys enjoy this.
Here's Waiting by Twin here on Bryan Mirando's Free For All podcast.
She don't need a night. Yeah. If sight, I'ma be right if there. If he ain't hitting it right, just like a thief in the night, baby, I'ma be right there. Don't keep away, 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 don't keep away. I'ma be right there. Don't keep away, 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 don't keep away. I'ma be right. Don't keep away, don't keep away. Like a patient, oh, she on the edge of greatness, but she ain't gon' say it. She amazing, I ain't playing. When we cut, I swear to God, it feel like I really made it. It feel like I really made it. The times you gotta wait, it's the chance that I'm taking. She told me that she's single, but her status ain't taken. I'ma fuck her in the day. She don't need a night. Yeah. If he stay out of sight, I'ma be right if there. If he ain't hitting it right, just like a thief in the night, baby, I'ma be right there. Don't keep away, 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 don't keep away. I'ma be right there. Don't keep away, 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 don't keep away. I'ma be right. She told me she needed a night. Pretty ass hair, she been doing all night. Sneak off, spending the night. It's nothing but something to me if you handle it right. You might be the one if you doing it right. Keeping the tape for a nigga who's winning the fight. Take off your chick on my flight. It feel like I really made it. The times you gotta wait, it's the chance that I'm taking. She told me that she's single, but her status ain't taken. I'ma fuck her in the day. She don't need a night. If he stay out of sight, I'ma be right if there. If he ain't hitting it right, just like a thief in the night, baby, I'ma be right there. Don't keep away, 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 don't keep away. I'ma be right there. Don't keep away, 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 don't keep away. I'ma be right there.
That was Twin with Waiting. I'm Bryan Mirando. This is the Free For All podcast. I got Kat from Red Rose in the studio today. Now, our time is just about wrapping up, but is there anything else you want to talk about before we go? Any other projects coming up in the works, or?
So, I do have a fashion show in August, if everything goes well. So that's going to be my major introduction to Red Rose. I'm kind of want to teach people about fast fashion too, give them awareness of fast fashion, because out of everything, I do want to fundraise water tanks for the poor countries. That's really one of my major goals that I want to do with this fashion show. So if the Lord let it be, I can raise enough money to make one of those water tanks.
Is that it? Anything else?
No, that would be all.
Thanks for being here. I'm Bryan Mirando. This is the Free For All podcast. Me and Kat are saying goodbye.
Bye.
Bryan Mirando here, and on behalf of myself and Kat, we want to thank everybody for watching this video. It means a lot to the both of us. Make sure to subscribe to my channel, like Kat's Red Rose page on Facebook, and make sure to check out more of Twin along with Wes Period on SoundCloud. The links are in the description below. Until the next time, do good to others like you do to yourself.